Subscribe for the very latest.
Play it, Daddy.
Yeah. What up? It's the one and only Call Room. Back at it. Feel like, I promise you, this is probably the longest we ever been without recording. But we back on the set. Shout out to everybody out there. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. See the pink background. Shout out to everybody, all the survivors, all the families who lost people to breast cancer. I hate cancer. But that's
me too, definitely.
But shout out to everybody, all the survivors out there, all the supporters people who support breast cancer. Hey, we just want to do our part and repping the ribbon.
Breast cancer awareness, right?
Yeah, breast cancer awareness month. I'm sorry. We do our part to support breast cancer awareness, repping the ribbon. But yeah, shout out to everybody. Everybody's watching. I'm sure we talking over some fire beat by the one and only Trim. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure whatever beat I got under there is fire. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to everybody, man.
Gotta add one little small plug. Untold Voyage. It's in the works. It's coming. Shout out to Walt for who, by the way, him and his wife's anniversary. So happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary, y'all!
But definitely definitely dope work from Walt for the artwork for that. So that's all I gotta say. Leave it like that.
We got more projects on the way. Oh, by the way, that's Chuck. You know what I'm saying? AKA Mr. Still a Fan, AKA the new Negro Eskimo. Fresh out of Alaska.
Wow.
Fresh out of Alaska, man.
Yeah.
How was Alaska? And I'm sure it was. I thought it would be a dope trip, but you know what I'm saying.
I know it was a lot. You know what? Alaska was a very interesting experience. I told my parents, I was like, going to Alaska was like going back to my hometown, but it's on a bigger scale. Like it's like the way of life is very slowed down. A lot of things we take for granted here that they don't really do up there. Like, for example, them jokes ain't got internet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
dang,
you might. I'm talking about on your cell phone, you still get like 4G, but you're not gonna get 5. But they don't have like standard broadband internet across Fairbanks. So the lady at one of the tours that we did, she was talking about her kids had to go to a totally different city to experience streaming, like streaming Netflix.
Crazy.
Oh.
So that type of thing, or most people live on well water. They don't have like city water like we experience. And it has to be tested before they can actually drink it. So some of them can't even drink their own well water. So things like that, it was like, man, what I'm saying, just kind of, recalibrating and bring a different perspective of how people live outside of, what we're accustomed to. But yeah, seeing the lights in person is totally different in video. It's hard to explain what you're looking at. And you see that it develop and it starts to move. Yeah, it's just.
And when you say lights, you're talking about the
Northern Lights.
Yeah, Northern Lights. Shout out to everybody. Everybody out there, like everybody goes out there to see the Northern Lights. Shout out to everybody in Alaska.
Yeah, they for real. They for real thorough out there. Like they don't.
Yeah, I know a person or two out there in Alaska.
Yeah, they be.
Shout out to y'all, man.
You know how thorough it is, bro. When we got off the plane, going down to the baggage claim, they got a banner up, NCAA champions of rifling.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So you know what time it is.
Yeah.
They shoot free.
I don't want no problems out there. Oh yeah, by the way, that's the one and only, my favorite producer, TRM, criminologist.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's what's up.
I'm him says on Tino. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do what we do. Try to rep the culture called hip hop. We're gonna get started though. You know what I'm saying? I know We ain't gonna hold y'all too long. So listen, man. It's been a lot going on recently.
Yeah,
but we going some of the stuff is just noise, man. But we gonna get into a couple of things, something light. I do want to talk about that Drake album, just a smidge. We ain't gonna go too deep into it, but I do want to get into my favorite part of the show. One of my favorite things that I do here. So you'll see in the last episode, I got this new segment called Kicking It, right? Basically, we talk about sneakers. Last time we talked about the Dion's, and in that episode, I promised Walt, who's not here, but he's just, watching. I promised, I said, yo, we gonna get that Barry Sanders shoe. So we gonna talk about that Barry. Look at this thing right here. So.
Wow, it takes it back for real. Wow. Woo. That definitely takes it back for real.
That is a beautiful shoe, bro. I think that is the 30-year anniversary.
That takes it back. That takes it back.
Might be the 20th. I'm not sure of the Barry Sanders shoe. Shout out to the one and only Barry Sanders, the only running back I've ever seen to play with no front line and still get all them yards. He ain't got to listen. Barry Sanders had no type of front line, and they never drafted properly for Barry Sanders. That's why he retired early. But he was out there running scared, running for his life. But that's telling you, that's what he was doing out there, running for his life, man. I'm telling you.
Wow.
But, shout out to Barry Sanders, man. But when y'all look at this Barry Sanders shoe, what do y'all think about?
Man, it takes it back, old school, man. You gotta notice the strap, man. The strap that goes across it. That's the classic strap.
Yeah. That strap in front of it, right?
For real. Yeah, that's wow. Wow.
Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all the reason why I love sneakers so much, because when I was a kid, I couldn't afford a lot of sneakers. Let's keep it G. Like my mom, the most expensive pair of shoes my mother ever bought me was a pair of Patrick Ewing's. And she told me, don't ever ask me for another pair of sneakers again. But so I couldn't get these, but it was always a beautiful shoe. I'm like, yo, one day I'm going to have this shoe, which is going to be one of the mother shoes that I'm going to put in my collection. I got the Iversons. I couldn't afford the Iversons. I got those. I'm coming from them Dion's and them Barry Sanders next. Chuck, what you think about it? What any memories of this shoe? Anything? Do you remember about this shoe?
Yeah, man. Barry, I tell you, Nike, that mid-90s stretch of cross trainers was impeccable.
Right.
You talking about from Bo Jack, from Barry Sanders, the Griffeys.
They was coming out with that whole bunch.
I mean, they was out there cooking, like, and as a kid, you don't know what you don't know until you like years beyond that experience. You look back like, man, that run was stupid because Nike can't duplicate that now. Like,
no, they can't. They're struggling. They're struggling.
But why? I want to know why you think they can't do it. Why is it? Why you think they can't do it? Because it's not the design, right? Because they could design a shoe, right?
Yeah, I think the way they, like back then, the way they was able to like fully market a shoe around a person is totally different than it is now. You know what I'm saying? It was like a full campaign. It actually, back then everything was kind of still slow cooked. You know what I'm saying? Over time, it stuck to your ribs. Now people just put the shoe out. You know what I'm saying? You might see an IG ad or something, and then you're on to the next thing. So it never sticks with you. Like,
Got a question about that. Do you think it has something to do with the way we consume content these days?
Partially. Yeah, I think I think that's another thing too. Like it's that's why I kind of I don't say feel bad for the kids sometimes, but I'm like, hey, they don't understand how to sit with anything. And I know I'm kind of going slightly off the interstate here, but it just when you think about your childhood memories, everything was kind of in the same vein of like music, sports. Everything was just had a more, I won't say authentic feel to it, but you was able to kind of sit with it, process it, create a memory around it. Because anytime someone hits you with a keyword, your mind automatically goes back to a time and space. I was here. I remember what it looked like, etc. You can ask a kid now, hey, what you remember when this was dropped? They like, I could pull up title and just start streaming. Like it wasn't you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing around. It was like, oh no. So that's the thing. But for the shoe itself, the shoes is classic. I own a pair. I never forget. I had bought that pair. I had that was my first day fresh outfit with the Barry Sanders jersey and the hat. I was killing them that first day. Listen, it was a wrap.
You got the hat too?
Bro, I had the hat. You listen, I was like, they was like, bro, you had the hat too? I said, listen, if I'm going to stay fresh, I'm going all the way with it. I ain't playing no games. And, hey, I remember that to this day. Yeah, that was a good time.
See, I'm glad you say that because it kind of reminds me. Can y'all can hear me clear?
Yeah, we good.
Okay. It kind of reminds me that everything we did was an event, right? And I think that's what you was alluding to. Like for example, first day of school. First day of school was an event. Like you said, you got your Barry Sanders, you got them joints laid. You got them sitting in the corner right there, laid out with your jeans. You got this jersey there. You got the hat. Everything laid out, ready. You got you already ready to go to bed. It's 8:00. I can't wait to go put this on. You understand what I'm saying? Like everything was an event. When we opened up, when we got the music, we opened up the rapper. You know what I'm saying? You go in your room, chill out, open up the cover, look at the songs, the names, the lyrics. Us hip hop nerds.
Memories, man. Memories open up music
right.
Like that.
Like us hip hop nerds used to read
the liner notes.
Everything, like who wrote it, what studio they was in. Mm-hmm. Everything in those notes. I wrote everything. That's how I knew Tupac. See, a lot of people don't know Tupac had a daughter. Cause I read it in the credits of something. It was in the credits of something, either it was a Tupac letter, like thanking somebody, or it was somebody else shouting out Tupac and they do it. I don't know, and it could be all alleged because this is years ago, but I do remember that. But I used to read everything, bro, front to back, and that was what, Tuesdays when albums used to drop. But back to the shoe, yeah, that's what he was talking about, like an event. Like that shoe is. Here's the thing, Nike. Black people bought a lot of shoes from y'all. A lot. That Barry Sanders shoe ain't classic without black people. That's a fact. That is a fact. None of them shoes do not have that classic appeal to it without us going to the stores and buying these shoes, right?
And there's a question about that too. Don't mean to cut you off, but how much money did they put back into our communities?
I mean, listen, I don't know. I mean, Public Enemy got all of them about that. They Chuck D, you know, he got a lyric in there, but you know, I don't know. They could be doing things behind the scenes. I mean, you know, I don't know. But I would say that understand that our buying power when it comes to sneakers, shoes, clothes, you know, just recognize that. That shoe's classic because we supported it. And we made it cool.
That's it. We made it cool. You know what I'm saying? We take bucket hats that you go fishing with and make them fly. You know what I mean? Like we just ill like that. We just nice like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That is wild to think about. Like a fishing hat, we made that fly. We made a damn Timberland fly. Like we made a whole lot of stuff. You just like, bro, how did that?
I'm like, I think the world or this country recognizes our buying power when election season comes around and they want to manipulate us to vote into whatever thing they got going on at the time. That's when our buying power becomes recognized and noticed, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I say that, you know, I just want people to understand that things become classic because we buy them and make them cool, right? Mm-hmm. And it still has an effect 30, 20 some odd years later. You know what I'm saying? Because we made it that way. So, you know what I'm saying? That this Barry Sanders shoe, you know, and I think Barry Sanders understands that, you know, that we made this shoe and he can still eat up this shoe because black people made it that way.
Oh, I hope he can still eat off the shoe. I hope he can eat off the shoe from the beginning.
Nah, Barry's good. Barry's good. We would have been knew if Barry wasn't good. Barry ain't homeless. He hasn't been the best dresser. You know what I'm saying? That's
hey, Barry don't care about nothing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's probably because he got the money.
He just came out the crib. You know what I'm saying? Just threw whatever on and just say, you know what? Hey, I'm you know,
it's probably because they got the money. It's probably because of the money.
You know, Barry's one of them kind of guys, and he almost kind of like, you know, him and like Marshawn. Them guys don't care about nothing but just, hey, let me go out here and do my work, do what I need to do, and go home. All this extra stuff y'all be talking about,
right?
Ain't got time for that.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
Listen, that's a good way. Hey, Barry worth $20 million. I just looked at his net worth.
Yeah,
nice.
He good.
But you think about if he was in a different market like New York, you know how much.
Right.
He did that in Detroit, bro. Detroit.
Wow.
Detroit.
With Scott Mitchell as his quarterback
too. Right. Shout out to Detroit. Y'all, the city of Detroit.
The city of Detroit. We love y'all. We love y'all.
We see the stress, Chuck. We see the stress.
but
I'm just saying,
the organization
trash.
I'm talking. I know what y'all did to Barry.
I'm talking about like that trash had been sitting in that garbage for 2 weeks in July summer. Like
with the fish and the shrimp in there.
Dang. Hey, if it was in a hefty trash bag, it would have been good.
No, don't even worry about that. Hefty or not, with the diaper in there, all three.
Yeah, they bad, but I want everybody in the comments to chime in on this shoe. Let us know what you think about this shoe. You know, give us your feedback. You might not like it. You know, you might think it got the chicken pox at the bottom. I don't know.
It do look like that if you want to be real.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. That shoe is definitely my top 5 for its like feel and comfort level. Bruh,
Mm-hmm.
you feel like you can walk on the moon with them joints on.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Let us know what you think about that shoe. That shoe, like, it means a lot to me. It's almost in my neighborhood. These are trophies. They not shoes.
That's true. Yeah,
these are trophies. I didn't have that trophy. I'm about to collect every trophy that I never got. I'm telling you right now. I'm out for every trophy that I never had. Those sneakers.
Don't be racking up a check collecting trophies. I know you can.
I got. There's certain shoes I gotta have. I don't have it, but I want to get it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all let us know what y'all think about this. Hey, we're gonna cut the show right here, and then we're gonna ease into that next topic. But hey, it's the core room. Holla at us. Keep on liking, subscribing. Keep us going, man. You know what I'm saying? Let that algorithm know we up in the building, bro.
Subscribe to the vibe. Subscribe to the vibe.
Subscribe to the vibe. Core room. We out.